Hello again, everyone. I made this card yesterday and people were asking how I made this sentiment. I used my silhouette portrait to cut it and I designed it in the software. What I got in my mind was this die. I can't remember the make of it, but it's all kind of higgledy-piggledy and the letters are joined together. So when it's cut out, you've got a whole word in one piece. So that's what I wanted to try and do. Okay, if you use a font that's got these little sticky out bits at the edges, I think are they called serifs? I don't know. It makes it much easier for joining letters together because you can very often use those little bits that stick out to join the letters together, and they still look like they're individual letters and not just a sort of a conglomerated mess. Okay, let me write today, happy birthday. So to the left here is a letter A. Click on that, that's for text. And I'm going to write happy birthday. Okay, oh, missed the A out. Happy birthday. Right. Don't want this font. I want one of those fonts that's got the little sticky out bit. So I'm going to select the whole thing. There it is. And up here, when that's selected, you have the choice of changing the font. And my fonts are listed here. So click in the drop-down box. And I know that the font that I used for this Easter card was called Problem Secretary. So I'm going to go down to P. There it is. There's Problem Secretary. The things are all in the line. There is one there that has got them all muddled up, but I'm going to show you how to do it from a straight one. Okay, so there is my sentiment, happy birthday. I would like to work with this page, the actual size of a sheet of A4, so that when I look on there, I can see exactly what the size of that particular word is going to be. So to make that look the same size as this, which is a sheet of A4, I'm going to go to this little icon here, which is two arrows, a small one going up and a large one coming down. So I'm going to click onto that. If I put my cursor, you can see it's on the page there. So I'm going to hold it with the left button and drag it down with the right one, which should make it bigger. Do you see? It's getting larger. All I do, actually, I put my piece of paper against the screen and stop when it gets to the right size. Let's just move it a little bit more in that case. There it is on the screen. Hold with the left button. At the same time, just drag down a bit with the right, and there we are, near enough the size of my sheet of A4. There must be a way of setting that screen size exactly, but I don't know what it is. Okay, so I've got my letters all there, happy birthday, but if I just hold on to this here and, whoops-a-daisy, move it around, they're all together. It's all one piece. So I want to be able to maneuver those letters individually. So I'm hoping my computer's going to do this. It's getting a bit temperamental. I want to, with it highlighted, I want to right click. Come on. Oh, my right clicking button isn't working very well. There it is. Oh, sorry about that. It took a long time. Down we go to ungroup and click. Now all of those letters are separate. If I touch one, the others don't move. Okay. Right, what I'm going to do is jiggle them a little bit, move them around a bit, and move them closer together. So there's the H. This little green dot at the top. Well, oh dear. The little green dot at the top, this is left button, will allow me just to rotate it a little bit. Was that a bit far? Let's go back just a little bit. I'm holding with the left and rotating with the right. buttons, that is. Okay, the A. I can also move that around by the arrow keys just on my keyboard here. If I move the arrow upwards, it'll go up a bit. Left, it'll go left. Right, it'll go right. So you don't always have to grab it and move it with your fingers. You can do it with the arrow keys as well. So let me just grab this, grab with the left, tilt with the right. I'm going to move it down just a bit, and I'm going to use those. Let's go down a bit more. To the right a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm happy with the A. Now the P. Highlight it, hold with the left. Rotate with the right and just tilt just a tad. Let's move that in just a little bit. Okay, this P, hold with the left, select with the left, should I say, probably, rotate with the right and move it in just a bit. And what I am doing is, if you can see this, it's just slightly overlapping the two letters. So there's a little bit where the lines cross. Okay, this one, and we'll move it over there. Let me put that up a bit and rotate it to the right. I must have pressed that twice to get that the pathway highlighted. Okay, so there's my happy. Now I'm going to go on to birthday. Right, B. That's probably all right where it is. Now, the I is a tricky one. If we want to have this dot, the tittle, attached. Let me try the right button. Release the compound path now. Don't know if it'll do it. Yes, it should do. Right, now I should be able to move that bit down to this bit and then select the whole thing and join them together. Can you see? That is now joined. The I has got its tittle. Actually, it looks like a number 1 now instead. Let me go back. 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 Let's move it a bit more. Move it into the middle. There. Okay, select. Just join them together. That's better, isn't it? Can you see? Right, now I'll move the whole thing over like that. Rotate it just slightly. You hold with the left and rotate with the right. Right, this one, bring it over here. Let me rotate that just a little bit. Hold with the left. Rotate with the right. T. I think I'll rotate that a bit. Down a bit. There we are. And you can see each one is slightly overlapping. Okay. H. Where should we put this one? Select it. Grab that green thing. Where's it going to look all right? Perhaps this one ought to go straight. I'll do it there. Can you see there's just a little bit overlapping here? Here's the D. Let's drag that over. Just slightly overlapping. I'll turn it slightly this way. A. Put that there. Select. Grab. Rotate. Don't want quite so much. This one. Last letter. Move that over. I think I'll rotate that left and just touch it there. Okay, now what I want to do is to get the whole lot selected, the whole lot. Now up here is the weld button. So if I click on that, all those shapes should be welded together. So now that is all one piece and this is all one piece, but I would like them to be a little bit smaller. So to get them both at the same size, I'm going to grab the lot again. Now I'm going to hold down Shift before I start to move this smaller, because that, if I hold down Shift as I pull in with my corner one here, will keep it all absolutely in proportion. It'll go narrower and shorter at the same time, at the same proportion. So I think that is probably enough. So there's my happy birthday at a size that I want, all joined together. All I have to do then is go from design to send. And the setting I use to cut my cards, I use 250 GSM silkweave linen cardstock for most of my stuff. And the setting I use is cover stock heavy, £105 to £122, the cut with the ratchet blade set at 8. And it does 2 passes and it goes quite slowly, but it works brilliantly. This says unavailable because I actually haven't got my portrait plugged into my computer, but when it is, I just press send and it will cut it out for me. What I wanted to do before, I cut several layers to make it, you can see there's a pink layer underneath there. So all I did was, let me go back to design, grab the whole thing, right button, copy and paste. So now I've got two versions. So you can put one there and one here, and then I can stack if I want to. So that's what I did, how I did it. I hope it's not too confusing for you, but it makes it really versatile. You know, you can use any size you like, any font you like, and you can have whatever sentiment you like. And you don't have to do it all with individual letters that you might have to do with dies. I prefer the look of dies, I must confess, with the edges beautifully rounded over, but this is a great alternative. So I hope you found it useful, and come back and see me again. Thanks for watching.